I'm hungry.
Oh my God, we just ate.
He'll never know. I'll just sneak a little fruit.
Are you eating again? Close the freezer and step away from the ice cream.
He'll never hear this. Get some chip.
What is that? You better put those chips down, boy.
He'll never know.
Is that the refrigerator I hear? Gosh, dude, we're going on a cruise in a couple of months.
Can't I just have some fruit? I can't believe that you catch me every time when I'm trying to sneak a
Oh
snack.
my God, I can hear every move you make.
You're the one that's on a diet, not me.
Oh, please. I have been on a diet since 1975. I grew up a fat child. I have been overweight my whole life. So I've had to watch my weight at every moment. And when I got sick in 2010, I was about 200 pounds. And of course, I'm 6'2". So that, I guess, is deemed, I was okay. I think my lowest weight, when I really lost all the weight, I was down to 165. That was my lowest weight ever. That was back in 1981 when I got too thin when I got married for the first time to a woman. No wonder I lost all that weight. But anyways, but I balanced out at about 200, and when I got sick, I ended up gaining 100 pounds, and I was approaching 300 before I became self-aware again, and woke up to find that I, was wearing a 2XL, and couldn't stand up for more than 2 minutes, and get from one chair to the next or get in and out of bed. So I started on the diet, and during the course of a year and a half, I got down to 200. But I always seem to fluctuate between 200 and 225, 230-ish. But anyways, I started my new diet. We're always on a new diet. Toward the end of April, and I was 243. It's kind of hard because some people like fast food.
Oh, please.
One cannot live on Taco Bell, Domino's Pizza, and Chinese food every day. It's not good for me. And it's hard for me to get things cooking in the kitchen sometimes. So I went on my diet about April 23rd, and it is now, today is June 14th, and I've lost about 20 pounds. So I'm about halfway to my goal. My goal is to be about 200 by end of October when we go on my 60th birthday cruise on the NCL Jade. That is my goal. I want to be 200 again. I have all these clothes that are in my closet that I want to wear. So
now for me,
we're going to make it happen.
For me, I've always, when I was younger, struggled to gain weight.
Oh, God.
And
can you imagine?
It is the same kind of horrible thing, just in a different way, because you get made fun of being a little stick, and beanpole, and you got no muscles, and recently
what did you eat all the years you were growing up as a little kid?
Ice cream.
He ate ice cream 24/7.
Ice cream.
And my mother would say, "Oh, does Kevin like ice cream? And I would say, does he like ice cream? He lived on it.
Literally. And I never used to gain any weight. And then in the more recent years, I've gained a few pounds.
Oh, honey, it happens when you get past 30.
And my point is now I'm diabetic.
Oh.
But I still seem to be within 5 pounds. I can't lose or gain. And
I know, I get so aggravated because I just look at a pizza and I already put on 5 pounds just by looking at it. 5 pounds.
So what we're going to talk about today is how to maintain your weight on a cruise.
Right.
And the statistics show that on average you will gain 1 pound for every day that you're on the cruise.
Right. And that's what I gained on this last cruise in February on the NCL Gem.
10 days?
Right.
10 pounds.
I gained 10 pounds. I try to control my weight. The day we leave, I weigh myself for a final weigh, and I mark it on my travel checklist. And then when I come home, I weigh myself. And it was 10 pounds. So statistics, correct.
Now, in vast contrast, I lost 7 pounds.
God, I hate you.
I lost 7 pounds because
Yeah, he does a lot of physical work because I'm in my wheelchair.
And I'm filming.
Right, and he's pushing me around where I'm not rolling myself. He's pushing me, and he's always running around the ship, filming and kind of staking out locations. And
schmoozing.
Yeah, schmoozing with the crew and, upper echelon.
I will tell you, too, that, so we're discussing this about losing and maintaining
Right.
weight.
Now, on this cruise, I did change my eating habits.
Yes.
Now, normally
he would make more than 10 pounds on a cruise.
Right, because all the time we're preparing to go on our cruise, all I talk about is breakfast buffet. I just love the breakfast buffets. And so normally every morning we get up, we get ready, we always have coffee in our room first, and then we go up to the breakfast buffet, and I will usually every day have the scrambled eggs, the sausage, the bacon, the sticky buns,
Sticky buns are so good.
the home fries. Okay, it's a huge, and if you check out a lot of our food videos, you will see pictures of our breakfast buffet. And that's usually, every day now. This last cruise, I didn't do that.
Now, he didn't do that
Right.
because he was trying to maintain his weight.
Right.
And I didn't do it because I was trying to maintain my sugar.
So, instead of me having all of that stuff, basically every day I had scrambled eggs, but I had a lot of fruit.
Proteins, fruits,
Right.
very little carbs.
Yes, I didn't have the bacon. If I had sausage, I had sausage maybe 2 times during the course of the 10 days, and I only had 1 sausage link. But it predominantly stayed with eggs and fruit. And I was satisfied with that. I didn't miss all that heaviness, all that fat.
And if you like fruit at home, you will love the fruit on the cruise ship.
Right.
It is the freshest, the most flavorful, juicy, succulent fruits that you can imagine.
Right. And I have found out in my diet, because there are certain things I can eat and certain things I can't eat, but the 3 fruits that I stick to at home are fresh strawberries, pineapple, and navel oranges. And those seem to work well in my diet. And I've been losing like 1 to 2 pounds a week. In 1 week, I lost 3 pounds.
Now, in another video, we mentioned pineapple and why it's good for seasickness. So make sure that you look for the video called the Top 10 Cruise Secrets.
Right. And you'll hear a little bit about pineapple.
That's all we're going to say.
All we're going to say.
Check it out.
Enough said. So that's how I've changed my eating habits at home in preparation for the cruise, and then modified my eating habits on the last cruise. And you know what? I have to honestly say that I really didn't miss
And
I didn't miss all that food.
well, and you just talked about breakfast buffet. You didn't talk about the rest of the cruise.
Right.
Because we also did modifications to what we normally eat for lunch and for dinner.
Right.
Normally, we order, 2 desserts. Oh, we like that one and we like that one. So we order both of them. And we'll eat them both.
Or 3 or 4. I mean, there are times usually in 2016, I swear, every night at like 8, 9 o'clock, we were out on deck and we had like each of us 5 desserts, coffee.
God, it was so good.
I mean, every night it's like one dessert was like, okay, let's go see what they have left in the buffet before they've cleared it out and put it away. And we're like, oh, I've got all. And I'm like, it was crazy. It's like, no wonder we're gaining weight, but we didn't do this last cruise. So we modified our desserts. And even at dinner,
we always have a salad at dinner.
We always have a Caesar salad,
always.
which we love. And even when we went to Cagney's Steakhouse, a specialty restaurant, we said this time, we're going to focus on the 16-ounce ribeye, right? And we had the Caesar.
Phenomenal.
Right. We had a simple appetizer, the Caesar salad, and then we had the 16-ounce ribeye. We said, you know what? We're not going to have the baked potato. We're not going to have the big bowl of whatever they were getting, broccoli or whatever vegetable. And we're not going to have the dessert because we can go up and get free dessert later, a couple hours. Because, who wants to? I remember the last one. I was so full. I was force-feeding the dessert down my throat. It was right here. One wrong move or sneeze and I would have lost it all. So
we really overdid it.
We did, and so
I think that was on a Carnival ship at
the Valor.
On the Valor.
Yes.
And they have, I think it's called Scarlet Supper Club, and one of the selections you can choose is a 32-ounce cowboy steak.
Oh my God.
So what were we thinking?
I don't know.
That we both ordered the 32-ounce cowboy steak. Phenomenal, by the way.
Right.
I would do it again.
But, oh my God, and also make it through a giant baked potato.
Broccoli
spears. Bread on the table.
Right. And then
the salad, the appetizer.
The salad. We had, you had a crab cake appetizer. I had a French mushroom, French onion soup. I hate mushrooms.
With the crusty bread and all that cheese. And then end it with a giant dessert.
Yeah. What were we thinking?
Oh my gosh.
And I don't even think we ate breakfast the next day. There was so much food.
It was it was way too much. I had what I called the 2 o'clock heart attack. I woke up at 2 in the morning. My chest was heavy. I was sweating. I was having like that 2 o'clock heart attack. I had so much food weighted on me, and I said, never again. I will never do that. So we've also not only modified our breakfast, but we modified our lunches, our dinners, and our desserts. And again, we still enjoyed the cruise, maintained a decent amount of weight, and it didn't miss out on anything.
Right. So make good choices.
Right.
Make choices for you.
Right. Whatever your circumstances.
If you don't have a problem with your weight and you don't mind gaining a few pounds, go eat as much as you want, whatever you want.
Absolutely.
You can. The cruise is a wonderful place to sample things that you've never had before. I don't like fish. The last time we tried the mahi-mahi, it was pretty good. I think I'll do it again. And there are other ways to maintain your weight. There's a jogging track or a walking track. If you do 7 laps around it,
right, and they have
the
exercise center,
the fitness center. The fitness center. A lot of the cruises have aerobics classes,
right. Treadmills,
dance
and
classes.
bicycles.
I know it's something near and dear to Frank's heart. The stairs. You can always take the stairs instead of the elevator.
I will encourage you to take the stairs. For those of us who can't and need to get on an elevator, maybe to get to the nearest bathroom, it would be nice.
Yes. So those are a few ideas and how we handle it. I know I feel like the last time I lost a little more weight than normal because I took the stairs everywhere. Everywhere when
Right.
Frank was not with me. I didn't, and I'm not talking running up and down them.
Yeah, yeah. No one's saying you have to do a marathon. This is not, step aerobics up and down the stairs. But, take the stairs like you normally would. Move around. That's the key. Move around. And it's hard for me to move around. I can move up here as I'm wheeling myself. But it's hard when you're in the wheelchair. And that's why I like to get out of the chair and on a couch, in the lounge. It's a little bit more comfortable, and I'm actually moving. So that's why I have to watch my weight.
And maybe if it's late and you want room service, don't order room service. Get out of your cabin.
Right.
Walk up to the buffet.
And earn that dessert.
That's right. So until then, we want to remind you to travel safe.
And cruise often.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Outtakes! We're on.
I was muted.
No, you were muted. Wow, that's a blessing.
How rude! Cruise often.
Take care.
Mic down. I will not be silenced.